everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Class or Pass podcast with me, your host, Emer Maguire, and we have also got in the room Cameron Thamra.
Hi.
What's that you're holding? You're so extra.
Well, I'm 40 now, so...
You love a fan.
You love fans more than me.
Fannies. Do you remember... Is that not what you meant?
No!
What did you mean?
Because you're Emer Maguire, you have loads of fans, you're forever...
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant too. Mine was a slip of a tongue. Anyway, do you remember whenever we were mates?
Uh-huh.
And I brought you a present back from Amsterdam?
Yeah, it was a fan.
Got you a fan. Yeah.
Sorry, can you hear that in the mic? Is that annoying? It's not. Maybe it's ASMR, is it? ASMR?
That's not too close. That's not too bad.
I was hitting it, that's why it was too close.
Who is on your fan?
We have Kevin the ostrich, Zachariah the donkey.
Did you hear that? Sorry, that was Dougal shaking his tail feather.
He's getting jealous of
There he
these
is.
animals. Milo the camel, Babis the lemur, Cusco the alpaca, Magatha the mini cow, and May the raccoon.
Yeah, show it to the camera. Show it to your camera. There you go. Beautiful. Now,
Got it, Grease.
that leads us on well to our
The
first...
prop that you made me hold.
I didn't even know you had that.
I'm joking.
I wouldn't have the forward thinking to be that contrived. Poor Dougal is really struggling with the
Come on.
heat.
Good boy.
So yeah, she got it in Greece. So we were going to kick off this episode talking about our time in Greece because we had
the
the
best.
oh my god, the most amazing time. So, as you can see, our listeners, we are still in our Strabane, beautiful studio, Hive Co-Working space with the podcast studio. We are still here. Our place is still water damaged, but we've got a little bit attached to this place and a little bit attached to Connor as well. Oh, did you see his face? So happy, guys.
He looked creepily like you when he did that.
Yeah, cute.
We both have the same pout.
We do. We're the same person. That's what his wife always says.
Yeah, he's are very similar.
Very, very similar. So what was I talking about?
Greece.
Oh yeah. So we were in Greece. We're going to talk about it. We had the most fantastic time. So obviously,
It was for my birthday because it's my birthday month.
so it's your birthday month. Actually might get Connor to put in a 10-second clip of me giving you the ticket.
Or not.
No, it's cute. It's cute. We can stick that in.
I can't beat over. What the fuck, babe? What? We're going to Rhodes, yeah? Are we really? Yeah, I thought we were going to go in the camper van away for 2 days.
Because what happened? You cried.
I cry all the time, Emer.
So so I got you this really nice little
Scratch card.
scratch card boarding pass.
So you had told me to take off a week off work.
Yes.
And I know to some people that might be suspicious, but you had told me that you just wanted me off for the week of my birthday because you had loads of little things planned.
Yeah.
But you've been saying that for like 2 months.
Yeah, I asked ChatGPT how could I convincingly lie, and it said stick to my story.
So yes.
It gave me a script of what to say.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Because I'm not very good at.
yeah.
I was just laughing, tell you.
And I know most people think, oh, you're going on holiday. And I was like, no, because you said these little things in passing. Like, for instance, one day you said, maybe 4 weeks before, if not more than that, 6 weeks before, you said something along the lines of, oh, I really hope the weather improves for the week that we're off work. And I had said, oh, why is it outdoors? And you says, no, the stuff that we're doing is not weather dependent. However, it'll just make it better if the weather's better. So, and there was other things that I can't
I'm a
remember.
mastermind.
I was convinced. You then said about 2 weeks before, I'd said, is there any overnights? And you says there's one overnight. And you were like, I might tell you a few days in advance so you can prepare for it. And you were like, it might be 2 overnights. And I thought it was like, I was convinced you'd booked me flights to Glasgow.
I don't know where you got that from.
So
I've literally never mentioned
you
Glasgow.
were talking to Hugo. who lives in Glasgow, and I knew you were like, I knew you knew that I was like bummed that he couldn't come to Donegal.
You were bummed?
Sad.
You can't say that. Why are you saying that? Because he's gay?
Emer.
What? Is he not?
He is, and that's totally irrelevant. Bumful of beans.
I don't know. I think that was a little bit of a Freudian slip.
No, it really wasn't.
This just in. Camera Samra is a homophobe. Anyway, go on ahead.
So I was saddened that he couldn't come to my trip. And I just knew you'd been chatting to him, so I just had convinced myself that we were going to Glasgow for a couple of days. Don't know why.
Nope. No, ma'am.
I'd even Googled. Oh, so that's the other
You
thing that's suspicious.
Googled what?
So you told me I'd booked Friday. You told me to like make sure I was off on the Friday, whatever. And then you'd said something along the lines of, I'd said, what time do we get back at? And you'd said a time. And you said you were very strict about the time that we were getting home at. And I was like, well, why can't it be flexible? It must be a flight. So I Googled, was there any incoming flights from Glasgow on the Friday night?
You surprise runner. And was there?
Yeah. So that cemented my
And you were like,
guess.
I have proven my
Yeah.
hypothesis.
Yeah.
And we're going to Glasgow
Yeah.
on the 8:30 flight.
So on the Sunday before, my birthday was on the Friday, you give me the little scratch card and I could not believe it when
And
it said a week in Rhodes.
The reason I gave it to you was because Megan was
Humpback
like,
Megan.
Humpback Megan was like, oh my God, you need to tell her before because she'll need to tan, she'll need to shave, she'll need to whatever, get a full face transplant, she'll need to do X, Y, Z. And I was like, really? Will she not just pack a bag that morning and go? And Megan was like, I'm telling you now? No. So I was like, God, right, okay.
I didn't want, because you'd given me all my gifts as well, so I knew there wasn't any more gifts coming. So I was like, I'm not going to have anything on my birthday. So I was like, no, tell me on my birthday, like on Friday, tell me what we're doing. Because I assumed it was going to be, we're doing this today, and then tomorrow we're doing this, and then we're going to the Galgom, and then on this day we're going to Glasgow for 2 days. Do you know what I mean?
Nice to see that she has low expectations. We're going to Glasgow for 2 days. We're going to the Gallagher. We're doing this today. We're
going to go and see the lemurs.
Yeah,
No,
we're
not the
gonna-
lemurs, the capybaras
the
and stuff like
capybaras.
that.
So I tried
that's-
so hard to get those capybaras.
I know. So yes, I was convinced that was it. And I was like, don't tell me. I'll have all my clothes
Don't
washed
tell
and
me,
ready
even
to
though I've
go.
checked flight radar and I know exactly when we're landing. Don't tell me.
So in the end, when I did see that we were going to Rhodes, I was like, thank fuck you told me. Because I needed to book appointments. I needed to get all my summer clothes out because obviously we are not having a summer at the minute.
Yeah,
They're all still vacuum sealed under the bed.
You had to get, your nails done.
I need to get my nails done. I need to get my
tan.
lashes done.
All your lashes. You had to get your lashes done.
Lash disaster, but
What
it's okay.
a disaster. That was hard to get my tongue around
I
that.
know. That's
So-
like how I find normal words.
I know. So yeah, I told you we were going and you were over the moon, but it was really nice because it was a few days in advance then.
So we had a few days to get excited. Yeah.
with days to get all excited for it. And
We had the best time.
oh my God.
The place that we stayed was unreal. The guy, Yanis. Oh my God, we arrived.
Shout out to Yanis.
Shout out to Yanis. We arrived after midnight and he greeted us at our apartment with a pizza.
So, do you know what? I'm going to send this link to Yanis. Yanis looked like Connor.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
resemblance.
Yanis was very, very like you. Connor did not get my
A Greek version of Connor.
pale, hairless skin. Connor is a lot more Yanis-y looking than me. You're Yanti Yanis. That's how I kept remembering to say his name because Yanis. So we got there and I was really struggling. So Yanis owned this beautiful, stunning studio apartment just inside the walls of Rhodes Old Town. And because I'm such a water baby and I'm obsessed with the sea, the pool, everything, it didn't have a pool because it's inside the Old Town. And I was so stuck between... I thought he farted too. What was you doing?
Slurping his Fanta.
Hydrating. So I thought
I was about to turn around and you had a bum cheek lifted up.
the beans coming out.
Did you push those beans up there?
That's why we
That's in
call him Bean
reference
Boy.
to the other episodes. Just
It might even be on the Patreon. So
It's not.
it's not. Anyway, I was going to say which is the reason to join the Patreon, but it's not, so don't. So yeah, I was really stuck between this little apartment owned by Yanis and going to like a resort with a big fancy pool and all this here, and I really couldn't decide. And then I thought, there's just something about that apartment. And then somebody wrote in the review and said in the garden of it there's a gorgeous big lemon tree, and they sat out in the morning, had their coffee, and I thought, you'll just love that.
Yeah.
And literally one step from it was the beach.
But the reviews are so funny. Like, the one guy was like, this was great, had a great time there, that can't fault the apartment, and obviously asked you for a negative or a con. He was like, the bed was a little too hard for my wife, who likes a softer bed, but Yanis went and got us a mattress topper. And then another couple had said
There wasn't enough storage space.
there wasn't enough storage for the clothes, but it's fine because Yanis went out and bought them a chest of drawers.
Yeah, this was class. He was the sweetest guy.
On the last day, our flight was like, what, 11:30 p.m? And checkout
Yeah.
was 11 a.m. So he was taking our bags for us, and he says, where are you going? We were like, the beach. And he was like, wait. And he ran and he got us 2 iced coffees and 2 bottles of water, and was like, you need to stay hydrated. Have a nice time at the beach. Bye. And then we went back for dinner.
It was amazing.
Give us some drinks.
When I texted him for, can you get me a few more towels?
Oh, yeah.
He left the towels and everything
Oh,
with
and he left chocolate.
bars of special chocolate.
He said, this is my
and he
favourite
texted me, "It's my
chocolate."
favourite chocolate." I thought, Yanis,
Do you know what he said? Do you remember what
if
he
I
said
knew
to us?
you existed, I would not be a lesbian. I wouldn't. He was perfection.
Maybe we can have a throuple with Yanis.
Do we have to do anything with him? I don't think so.
No.
He seems happy.
He does seem
He's very chipper. Maybe he has somebody.
He said to us on our when we arrived and he had a pizza for us, he was like, enjoy your stay. You have a friend in Greece.
Oh yeah, he
And the
did.
two of us were near crying.
I know. I was like, Yanis, I think I love you. I think
was
I've made a
great.
mistake. And even like when he left us off that pizza, it's because it was he called us the taxi to the airport, and we got in so late. Like, what was it, 1 a.m. or something?
Between 12 and 1 a.m.
Yeah. And he was like, I thought you should be hungry and blah, blah. And he either owns the restaurant or his family owns a restaurant.
Next
And
door, yeah.
he's obviously, I think they're Greek-Italian.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where he got it from. And it was delicious. And then, of course, we went and ate in the restaurant twice. So maybe Yanis is just a marketing genius. But we then did go and eat in the restaurant twice. And it was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time we were going to eat in it, Yanis said, I said, we're going to go to the restaurant. And Yanis said, tell them you're with Yanis. There was a queue down the street. I walked up and I said, sorry, excuse me. We're the other two from Yanis' throuple. And skipped everybody, let us straight in.
You can't send this to Yanis now that we've said that.
And constant, yeah, we can. He'd be flattered. And a constant queue out the road. And I don't like Italian food. And I do
it's
not
my
eat
least
pasta.
Favorite cuisine in the sense to go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
I just find it not as
Well, I don't like it because I don't like pasta.
I like pasta, okay, but it's just I feel like a lot of the time I can cook the pasta
Yeah.
myself.
But the pizza was beautiful, so we were like, we have to go. We went back and got another pizza. And then on our last day, we said to ourselves, let's have our last meal
Big bowl of pizza.
in the Il Borgia. And I ordered pasta for the first time in my life.
It was like a 5-hour flight. We
Stunning.
were like, we're not going to eat again for hours.
Yep.
And oh my God, we got a pasta each and a big massive bowl of salad. And
It was magnificent. It was beautiful. So yeah, we had a great time. The beaches in Rhodes are,
Pebble Beach is a new thing.
they're class. People be like, I remember like a week before, you were doing somebody's hair, and you were talking about holidays, and you came home and says, oh, she said she really wanted to go to Rhodes, but apparently the beaches are really shit. And I thought, I've just spent 6 months' wages on a holiday to there. And I was like, my heart really fell. And then I thought, God, you're going to hate the beaches. But the Pebble beaches
Made it.
made it, because there was no annoying sand everywhere.
Yeah.
It was sore on your feet, yes, but we went and bought some,
Like the two lesbians that we are.
very cool water shoes.
Yep.
Had a great time. We went on a boat the
Yeah.
second day.
We had 2 boat trips.
With 2 boats. The first one, there's only 20 people.
It was less. We had it only was supposed to take 25, even though apparently this boat
Yep.
would take like 40 odd. And there was like 17 or 18 people.
Yep.
But it was a speedboat, big speedboat,
Speedboat, we stopped at all the famous bays. We got out, we
Jumped
jumped
into
in,
the water,
swam,
snorkeled, went in the cave.
went in the cave. Amazing
Thomas was
food,
right to book it.
amazing drinks. this episode, just totally unrelated,
It's
is
sponsored by
sponsored by
Greece.
Rhodes. And if you would like, go on jet2.com and use the code Emer
new
loves
tattoos?
Yanis. Yeah, we got tattoos as well. We got little Greek.
That's it, like a wee Greek eye. I got that one. You got
We
yours?
actually got that on our last night because we had such a good time. We loved it so much. And yeah, we went on another boat trip to Simi Island. We rented a vintage buggy one day, travelled
We'll
all
put
around the
pictures on.
island. I loved it so much that we rented another one. I felt like James Bond.
Yeah. And the second day we went to a petting farm.
Oh my God. We went to a petting farm. So I think it's a family who rescue all these animals. They had camels. They had
We Googled it to make sure that it was like not a cruel place.
yes, that it was like a
And
sanctuary, which it was.
And it was. And they were obviously really strict. That there was some animals you could pet, other animals you weren't allowed to touch.
So we fed ostriches. Oh my God, they brought this big, massive raccoon out and
To touch the raccoon.
gave me a wee hug. And then the most amazing part, we went into this massive, like the home of the lemurs, Emer the lemur, and you literally go in and the lemurs are jumping all over you. We'll definitely put a little video or a picture of that in here because that was one of the most incredible things that I have ever experienced. Now, we're big animal lovers,
Yeah.
but the lemurs were so friendly and so affectionate, which I
Well,
couldn't believe.
I nearly had a meltdown in the lemurs because of you lacking in the picture. So the way it worked, everybody had to stand around in a circle. Only so many people were allowed in. She was very strict. So there was 2 baby lemurs in the, what would you call that they were in?
It was an enclosure, but it was all kind of open.
Like an aviary almost, wasn't it?
That's exactly what it was. It was
Yeah.
an aviary.
And one of the babies, was it 2 weeks old?
Here's Susie Dent over there.
He was 2
Susie
weeks.
Bent.
Emer, you crack yourself up.
I really do. It's why I'm so happy. I make myself laugh all the time. God help me.
So the lemurs, there was a 2-week-old baby. And
Yeah.
there was a 2-day-old baby. The 2-day-old baby was attached to its mum, and they were like, leave her alone. Do not touch her.
It never came off its mother's
Yeah.
teeth.
Or the mum. They were like, leave the mum alone. But they were like, the baby, was it 2 weeks or 2 months? Maybe 2 months.
It was
old.
2 months.
Yeah. They were like, that baby will climb on you, but the mum will not be happy about it. So she was like, if the baby climbs, she says very gently, lift it off and just set it down as quickly as possible. And it
She
was
said
so funny.
it will attack.
And she says, you will need stitches.
She says-
the mummy.
She kept saying, she was
She was Australian.
Australian, but she had a really, it's
The
like she's
mama will
Australian,
attack.
but has lived there for a long time, so had a really
It's almost like a little bit broken English.
unusual accent. Yeah, I thought she was South African, but anyway, she says, "You do not touch the baby.
The mama,
Mama will attack," and then this mama will attack because she kept saying she was their mama and all this, and
They really
like
did love her.
she put the fear of God into everyone so much so that lots of people left the queue.
Yeah.
And were not going in because she says you will be sent to hospital.
Yeah.
The mother will rip you to shreds. So, of course, in the aviary, in the enclosure, anytime the baby went on anybody, everyone was like, "The baby's on you, the baby."
But did you see one time one woman was like this?
One woman literally took the baby, boom, flung it off. It was on you too.
It was on me a couple of times, and I was like, "Get it
lifted
off me! Get it off me!"
Yeah, but the baby was adorable.
And
it
it
was,
kept wanting to climb on everybody.
and they literally just jumped from person to person.
Yeah. So I
Was
was
it enough
annoyed
sticky
because
feet?
yeah, the wee pads. So what I was annoyed was she had us all in a circle, and they were mostly clambering her, and she was going around the circle. So these lemurs were clambering over the next person, and she was like, "Get your cameras ready." So I stepped out of the queue to take pictures of Emer with the lemur. And as I was taking pictures of her with the lemurs on it, the lemurs were also all over me. But of course, Emer was not taking any pictures of me. So as I was all these lemurs on me, nobody's getting any photographic evidence of it. Lemurs on me. 'Cause I'm too busy.
I was too in the moment with my namesakes.
Yeah, I couldn't even like interact with mine because I was too busy trying to get the pictures. Because then the point was she was then supposed to take pictures of me. But no, your woman went on. And I was like, Emer, you didn't get any pictures of me with the lemurs and your woman was away. And she was like, oh, well, sure, run round to the circle, rejoin the circle, and I'll take pictures of you. So I was like, right. So we ran around the circle, felt like I was skipping the queue, but ran back in. Technically, I wasn't. I was going backwards in the queue, wasn't I? Got back into the queue, and as I'm waiting for the lemurs to climb onto me, one jumps on Emer, who's supposed to be taking pictures of me. And as that happens, the lemurs jump on me, but Emer takes my phone and starts doing selfie mode of her with lemurs. And I'm standing there with all these lemurs on me going, I
Babe.
swear to fucking God, if you do not get this picture of me as a lemur.
I can't. I'm a lemur magnet. I cannot help it. I cannot help it.
And I was like, Emer, seriously, I'm going to miss out again on a picture.
They felt like kindred spirits with me. And I told them that the lemur at Belfast Zoo's called Emer, and they're like, "Oh my God, so you're basically a lemur." So they
You told
would not.
the lemurs this?
Yeah. So they would not leave me alone. So what was I to do? And when they came over and I was taking a selfie, they were like, "Take a selfie." So what was I to do?
That didn't happen, Emer.
It did happen
Okay.
in my head. But then I eventually got a couple of good pictures of you.
Eventually.
Yeah,
I
and
was
we
like,
made
I swear
friends
to
with a
God.
Welshman.
Oh, yes. I even got pictures of him for him. Nobody took a picture
Yeah, I know,
of me.
because I went on my phone, there's all these pictures of this big strapping Welsh guy with a lemur on his
Lemurs
head. I
all
was like,
over him.
what the hell? So yeah, that was an
That
incredible
was such an
experience.
experience, yeah.
Really,
And
really
the
good.
raccoon as well was class.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's our update on Greece.
Yeah.
You alright? Do you need a wee drink?
No, I've plenty of drinks there.
Alright.
I know, if you could only see the table in front of us, it's absolutely disgusting.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4 tins of 7-Up, a Lucozade Sport and 2 bottles of water,
2
and
packets
a packet of
crisps,
McCoys and a packet of
my lip oil, my bubbles, my hairbrush.
Doritos,
Notepad.
a receipt,
I'm going to put my lip oil on when I'm on it,
a hairbrush for some reason.
because I was brushing my hair.
Ugh. So what's our topic?
Our topic is queue skipping.
Oh my God. This is related to Greece.
It is related to Greece.
Ah. Worst of the worst.
There is obviously always occasions when
I
it's okay
cannot-
to skip a queue.
I would just like to put a disclaimer out there for anything that I might say. This will be the most controversial, my most controversial take.
We don't mean queue skipping when you need to. So
No, that's
obviously,
different.
yeah, we mean just.
Do you mean like we're not saying people who need special assistance?
Yeah.
Well, if someone's wheeling past, I'm not going to be like, here, you're skipping the queue.
No, but also like there's times as well, even during security and planes, if somebody's flight's gonna go. Do you know what I mean? If somebody's gonna need the toilet, it's desperate, go. Do you know what I mean? I'm never like. There's gonna be circumstances when you're like, please go.
Yeah, you do get a bit irritated at me sometimes because if there's a kid or sometimes an older person, I will let them go in front. And you'll be like, that happened when we were getting on the boat in Greece. It happened at the airport.
Yeah.
And I let like a few kids out and you were like, don't be letting her out in front of you. And I was like, Sam, she's like 6.
I don't give a shit.
You
I
want
stood
to-
in this queue.
You wanted me to body slam her into the water?
Yeah,
I was like, she's only a baby. Like, don't be letting that wee bitch in front of you.
Like, that was rude. They just walked in. You were like, actually, Sam, I think they were here first. I'm like,
Yeah, they
"That's
they
fine."
were there before us. So we had a bad queuing experience in Greece. You weren't happy?
I wasn't. So basically, we were getting on this boat, and the way it worked, you had to check in, and then you had to join this big, massive queue that
Yep.
was waiting to get on the boat once
Yep.
you got your boarding pass. But people were checking in and then starting to hover around because the check-in bit was where you got on.
Yeah, and they were not joining the queue.
They weren't joining the queue. So I joined the queue, and I was the person at the very back of the queue for a very long time.
Yep.
And more people were gathering around the front, and I was thinking, I'm not going to stand at the back of this queue like a wall-egg. If everybody else is going to push in, I'm going to push in too.
Wally? Where's
was
Wally?
Shut up.
Sometimes.
See, because your brother's here, you're bullying me. The pair of yous keep looking at each
Well,
other
because you-
and laughing at me.
Because you're embarrassing me because you're getting
Podcast.
Yeah, you're progressively getting more English. Here, and I was standing there like, right, Wally.
That's Australian, you idiot.
With my brolly. That's another thing
That
you always
actually
say. I was, yeah. Oh, jeez.
You're being very rude, Emma.
I quite like that. It was a bit Gillian Anderson. Do it again.
Gillian Anderson's American.
But I've only seen her with the British accent.
Oh, okay.
So, like in the
She's
fall,
such a good English accent.
I know she does. Fuck, I love her.
You went mad when I said I loved Gillian Anderson, and now you're saying you love Gillian Anderson.
It's okay for me to love her. I've no chance with her. She's never going to look at me. Tis but a fantasy.
Excuse me?
What?
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 Anyway, back to our queue skipping.
Yeah.
So I stand at the back of the queue, and then eventually this group of girls, like 4 or 5 young, pretty girls, came up behind me. And what? Why are you looking at him again? What's happening now between yous?
Nothing. We have sibling telepathy.
I can tell something's going
can't
on
help
here.
it if he puts thoughts in my head while you're talking.
What are the thoughts?
I've no control over it.
I'm going to put some kind of sheet
Like back in COVID when they used to put big barriers between
Yeah.
everybody.
So you can't stop spying.
Right,
You're
go.
going to go here from now on.
Okay.
So I can keep an eye on him.
Tell us.
Anyway, so I sat in the back of the queue and these girls came up behind me and they were standing waiting. And then
Oh, the
gradually,
girls with the slush puppies.
yes. So I kind of thought the reason I like spied them was because finally people came behind me in the queue. So obviously I just took note of these young girls. So then the next thing, I'm waiting and waiting. You finally come. You were away getting drinks or something, and you come and meet me.
I was
and-
checking us in.
Oh, yes. So then the next thing was, I turned around and there was a couple of girls behind me that weren't the original girls.
Oh, yes.
Then two couples. So three couples, but they were all separate. And basically, they were all trying to push forward. They'd push past the young girls, and I think because the young girls were young, they had just let them. You know, they didn't have the balls to say anything. And I was saying to her, they're trying to pass by this older couple. They would have been in their 60s, like. So
at least.
you stood out like a security guard, like because they were
She
trying to get
says
past
to me,
us.
Don't you let anybody else past. I thought,
Basically, what had happened was all these people that had gathered round the front, the woman who obviously was running the trip was like, "Yous are not getting in here. Yous need to be in the queue. Yous need to go."
and there was a gap that people were slipping up.
Yes. So then basically what was happening, the queue then got so long, this was like a pavement this wide, but obviously the queue was this in, so people were coming up the sides, trying to just all squish in, and it was like, I don't fucking think so.
So she sent me. She was going
We stood
ballistic.
on either side like this.
She sent me out. Don't let anybody else up through there. And I says, okay.
But at the
And
end
I
of the
stood
day,
there
we
with
all
my
want to
arm-
sit beside the person we're with. Then we had arrived 30 minutes early, said to arrive 30 minutes early, and the queue was already so big, so the people at the front of the queue must have arrived an hour early. So I'm sorry, but if you're willing to arrive an hour early, you deserve to sit beside each other and be first in the queue. So if these people are so afraid that they're not going to sit beside you should have come an hour early. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean, for I heard this many times in Rhodes. I heard this TED
You
talk.
were bitching too. You were really bitching. Because then, a
Oh
second
no, I
couple...
wasn't bitching.
Or
I
third-
was openly saying, shouldn't be skipping.
Well, remember then that other couple then started coming down.
Yep.
And some English fella went, "Excuse me, there's a queue."
Yeah.
And they just pretended not to speak English. Or maybe they didn't speak English.
They turned around, started to leave, but then they were like, what are we doing? And they went back to skipping.
Yeah.
And whenever he said, excuse me, there's a queue, what did I shout?
Good for you.
Good for you, good man. Good man.
That's what she said really loudly. But then it was really awkward
Good
because
man.
the two younger girls who were directly behind me, who obviously had skipped the four younger girls than that, they were like,
They were looking at me very bashfully.
yes, because
Because
I
I
knew
was shouting
they
over
had
everybody's
also
heads.
skipped.
Good man.
So we didn't let anybody skip us, so I was ready.
I was standing like this.
Yeah, you should have had that wristband on it. It makes you look harder.
Does it?
Yeah, it makes you look really hard. Looks like you've been karate chopping stuff.
I've been karate chopping the queue skippers in Greece.
Yeah. So, yeah, that
That
was...
actually, that really riled you up. I couldn't believe it.
I just can't believe people are so rude to just blatantly... And it's older people. I know there was a young couple, but it is mostly older people.
Well, I have found, in my experience, and this might not go down well because I tend to have an older audience. In my experience, I have only ever really been skipped by, obviously kids might go in front because they don't know what they're doing, but adult-wise, it's usually older people. And I remember when I was a lot younger and in a relationship, and we were both very, very young, two young girls, we always would have been in queues to check into hotels, check into the airport now. Older people would have just walked right past us. I remember being in a hotel in Dublin one time, and there was a couple checking in. We were the next couple, and there was two older people came up behind us, and we'd been waiting a good while. It wasn't like they didn't see us. The person said next, and they were standing behind us. They literally just walked around us and up.
But why did the person serving you allow that? Because I know I would be
No, they didn't. I says, I can't remember what I said, but I said something
yeah,
like, sorry,
excuse me, we're next.
excuse me.
And did they just act like they didn't see you or something? Or what
They
did
just
they do?
ignored us. And that has happened. Like, I don't know what... People always go on about how young people are so rude. I have not found... That's not in my experience.
No.
That's not what I found. Do you
But
know?
I think it's older people think that younger people should just respect them and allow them to do that. And when they don't allow them, that's us being rude.
Well, they should respect them, but, I mean, it should be equal.
No,
you know, if you're queuing... it's different if you can't stand or you're not whatever.
exactly, but that wasn't the
But
case.
a young person could be standing there with a stoma bag or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not... That's... Ugh. Yeah, you got really
I got so annoyed.
het up.
Well, it seems to be a holiday thing. We've got a few messages about people that happened to on holidays. One of them being your sister Kitty.
Kitty!
Kitty's replied.
Jeez.
Kitty said, "Oh my God, this kept happening when we were on holidays. We were waiting for the lifts in the hotel with 2 prams and other families queued behind us too. Then these old people would just rock up, walk past everyone and get into the lift ahead of everyone else. So rude. Not even old, like just 60 plus. God forgive me. They were either, I'll not maybe say that bit, but so bloody rude."
What, English?
No, it doesn't say English actually, but it does say where they're from, but I'll just maybe not read that out.
Do you say Protestants?
No.
What does it say?
Do you want me to say?
No, we'll cut it out.
French or German? Because we think that couple was German.
But why can we not read that out?
I don't know.
I thought you were going to say something really offensive.
No, but we can't just be like slagging off nations for...
Well, we're not. That's an evidence-based study.
Okay. So, well, we'll just...
Well, we can devil's advocate it because, yes, the couple that skipped in ours were German. Kitty's saying they were French or German. But we also had a wonderful experience with a group of German men. That sounded strange. What I meant to say... Guten Tag. So, what I was going to say is we did have a lovely experience in Simi Island.
Yeah.
Where everybody seemed to be German.
Yeah.
There's a lot of German holidaymakers in Rhodes. It was either lesbians or Germans.
Yeah.
Right? Or German lesbians.
Yeah.
Right? And we went to Simi Island and we went, I don't eat fish. You don't. You eat a tiny, tiny bit of fish.
I used to be pescatarian, so I still maybe once a year have a little bit of seafood.
Yeah, but I don't eat fish ever and I've never eaten any fish. But we went to Simi Island and the famous thing on Simi Island is Simi shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been trying to get me to try new things and I've been brave in trying them. And we were there, you were like, we have to try the Simi. Or well, you said you had to try it. And I said, do you know what? Like, I'm going to try it. And you were like, what? You couldn't get over it. And I was like really proud of myself, right, I'll try it. So we got this Simi shrimp. And it comes, it's teeny, tiny, tiny shrimp.
But they haven't been... You eat the whole thing.
Yes.
The heads have been taken off.
The heads are off,
eat
the
the
shells
shell.
not in there, but it's tiny. Like, I mean tiny.
Well,
it's
I've
like
seen
half
tinier
a what's
shrimp.
it.
Yeah.
So we got it, they put the thing out.
We really wanted to try it, but they did give us a really rather big dish of it.
Yeah. And we just wanted to try it because that's what you eat there.
But we couldn't eat that much of them.
No. So I literally had a couple of bites of them.
It was like popcorn,
And
wasn't
you
it?
did the same. And then...
Didn't taste like normal prawn. It tasted like prawn, but sweet at the same time.
To me, it was
With a
really
little crunch to
strange.
it. It was
No, I
strange.
didn't like it because of the crunch. It gave me the heebie-jeebies and But anyway, so we had it. But they also brought us out all this complimentary stuff while we were waiting, which was like these wee mini fish, of course, which I wasn't going to eat. These things with mussels, which I wasn't going to eat. So quite a lot of ours was wasted. And you had ordered... I nearly had to be worked with calamari. Came out with the tentacles and all on it. I could hardly look at the table. But like we're not... I know, look at me, you wouldn't think this, but we don't eat massive portions or massive amounts. So we had loads of food left, which we always both feel really bad about.
Always feel so
we
much
try not to order too
embarrassment.
much because it's a sin. Like it's pretty sinful.
And especially when it is something that's been meat, I get really
that's
guilty
worse.
that it's not. I've not ate it.
Yeah, that's worse. But this big boatload of German men came over.
I wouldn't say a boatload. It was 6 German men, maybe 8.
They came off a small boat, Sam. I saw them. I literally we were sitting beside the harbour. I saw them. It was a boatload. I did. It was literally a boatload of German men.
So anyway, they walked through the restaurant and started talking to us.
Yeah, they started talking to us and they were like, "Oh, shrimp, yeah." And
I was like, "Please try some."
Yeah,
And they were
she
like,
was
"Are
like-
you okay with us trying it?" And I says, "Yes."
so they tried it, and then we were like, "Take it." And
'Cause,
then
I mean, there was so much
they
left.
took it, and then they were like, "Oh, looking at the other stuff." And
They
I
were,
was
"What
like,
about the
I was
calamari?
like,
Have you
"Take the-
finished?"
Take the calamari. So they took all our leftovers.
Yeah. They
which
said
was
we are
great, and-
hungry Germans.
Yes, that's how we knew we were German. And they were so nice and polite. So we're not saying anything about #AllGermans because they were lovely and they were older. But we're just saying sometimes there is people in general, doesn't matter where they're from. Because we also have people on our boat who Oh, I have no idea where they're from, but we thought they were very standoffish, and then with other people from other places who were very friendly, and
that Lithuanian couple were lovely.
they were lovely.
Filipino
and the three
girls,
Filipino girls were
they
lovely.
were so sweet.
And you remember the English couple?
Oh yes.
So
they
the
were
second
really
day
nice.
we got on the boat, and this guy gets on, and he said, I didn't know where he was from at first.
Yeah.
And then he started chatting to me, and
He was from Manchester.
he was from Birmingham,
Oh yes, he was Brummy.
and his girlfriend was from London.
Yes.
And I said to him, "You all right?" Because there was 3 seats, so Sam, me, and him, and then his girlfriend was over at the other side, and he was like, "Oh, I was
It
watching
was the night after the England
It's the
match.
night after the England match. That England beat Croatia.
Yeah.
I was watching the football last night. I'm so hungover. I've been sick constantly from 7 a.m. and I was
been
like,
throwing up.
what did you get on a boat for? But it was obviously because him and his girlfriend booked it. He sat the whole time with a towel around his
Literally a
head.
towel like this here. And he said at one point, how long does it take to get to Simi? And we said an hour, and he was like this to his girlfriend, it takes an hour.
I know. But they were really, really lovely as well.
Because they got in the water with us, and then they were like, oh, we feel a bit better, because they jumped into the sea.
I know. And remember the boat kept moving. We had to get back in the boat because it started to become dislodged and started
Yeah.
moving really fast. And you started to panic because you were getting really tired trying to swim back to it. He kept saying to me, I was swimming beside him. He kept saying to me, are you all right? Are you all right? I thought he was thinking I was struggling.
I was afraid that you were struggling because I'd struggled so much.
Yeah, because you started to shout, Emer, are you okay?
Because do you know what? It's because I
was
at
thinking,
that point I was
somebody
gonna,
pass me a pool noodle.
but that's what I was gonna do, pass your pool noodle. But you were saying you were okay.
No, I was fine.
Okay.
And
I was about to fire pool noodles out.
3 men asked me if I was okay. And I thought, well, I'm okay now since all these boys are asking. I have to keep up with them. I was like Jaws. So yeah, those queue skippers were not great. I'm not a fan. I am going to give queue skippers a massive pass because I hate the unfairness of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not if it's obviously somebody disabled, special assistant, none of that. Not talking about any of that, obviously. Oh, did you see yesterday there was the thing about Manchester Airport?
Yeah, you sent me it.
Mm-hmm. So basically, there's a girl I follow online. She's autistic, and Manchester Airport, she had been there, and they had a big massive sign up saying
Manchester and Leeds Airport have both done it.
people with sunflower lanyards, please use any queue. So she was posting saying they've said this instead of the special assistance queue. So obviously if you're autistic, you can use the special assistance queue. And she says that she asked lots of staff members, and 6 staff members confirmed that you were no longer to use the special assistance queue if
Unless
you
you
were
have a physical
autistic or whatever, unless you have a physical disability, which is pure discrimination. Like,
Yeah.
imagine you have an autistic child who's going to have a meltdown because
Mhm.
they're in a queue or whatever. And she started to hyperventilate and like Dougal's doing now, and have a panic attack. And what are you laughing at? Him? Oh, you can
Oh.
hear him through your headphones. And they still wouldn't let her in the queue, so
No.
she has been posting all day, and they've finally taken it back and says, okay.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Where did you see an update then?
An update from her. Yeah.
Oh, I must check that out. I didn't
Which
know.
is great.
Yeah.
Because that's discrimination. So I'm not talking about people skipping queues who have a valid reason.
Yes, that's a
Um,
big difference.
That's a huge difference. But people who do it just because they're rude and have no manners and think that there's an invisible hierarchy where
yeah, that's what I mean.
older
They
people
obviously
are-
think they're more important to be able to do that. I think they're nothing's going to be said. So,
and I'm not
Sophie-
talking older people who have a walking aid or have a
No.
That's different. I'm talking very fit and able people.
Yeah,
As
well,
far as I can see.
Sophie, Sophie has messaged as well saying the worst thing about going on holiday is the lack of queuing etiquette. So I don't know what it is about holidays. Maybe it's just all the different people from different places, and maybe there's different rules.
Maybe.
AT wrote, I almost started a fight in the Vatican toilets because of a German lady just sauntering into the front of the queue. I taught her the error of her ways. So again, that's the third.
Maybe the queuing etiquette is different. I'm going to
Yes, if there's any Germans, maybe we should message that girl that always replies to us. She's German.
Yeah, ask her. I'm gonna Google it. Do Germans? Because I also don't want to be giving Germans an unfair name. Oh my god!
What?
This is so interesting. Do Germans not queue? Is what I've asked. And it says, Germans do queue, but their approach is highly pragmatic rather than strictly linear. They tend to form disorderly queues where the crowd self-organises.
Like gather just rather than
Once
a
an
queue.
unwritten order is established, getting into the line requires sharp elbows. Instead of standing directly, the invisible line, instead of standing directly behind one another, people often stand to the side or wait in a loose cloud, mentally tracking who arrives first. In many bakeries or delis, there is no single file. You take a mental note of who is waiting, and when it's your turn, you step up. Linear lines rarely exist here in places like the doctor's office. That is mad.
So maybe
And someone has said on Reddit, how do I mentally handle Germany's lack of queuing etiquette culture? Oh my god, it's a thread on Reddit with 500 comments.
But that's strange though, because those people that were trying to skip us, they did still push in front of the people when it came to it. It's not like they were just standing there but then still let the people go.
Yeah, this is so interesting.
Can I read out another message from Laura?
Absolutely.
Laura said, I got into an almost stand-up row with an old man and Lidl one day. There were 3 tills open and everyone queuing off one till. It really bothers me when people do that. During there's one queue, but then you all go. So I joined a till queue without people, without 3 people in front of me, like any normal person should, only to be shouted at across the shop, excuse me, the queue starts here, to which I said, no, it doesn't. And then I turned and ignored him. Bear in mind, I shop at this Lidl a couple of times a week and the queue does not, in fact, start in the vegetable aisle.
Oh my god.
I
that's
may
a good
have
point.
rumbled something about it's not COVID times anymore, mate. Still feel my blood pressure rising thinking of it. Like, instead of queuing at each till and getting your shopping on the conveyor belt, then you're waiting for the till to be cleared, then you're moving to the till, then you're putting your shop in there, all while creating a blockage in one of the aisles. That happens in B&M's as well. B&M.
B&M singular.
Singular, yeah. Like, people all queue in one queue and then disperse into it. And it is,
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that approach.
no, just get into a queue.
Absolutely. Do we have any more queue
Do you know what
comments?
else I hate about queuing? Do you know when you are all queuing at like a couple of tills, but then somebody opens another till
Oh, yes.
and the people from the back run to the front?
Yeah.
That's rude.
Yeah, I always think in that case it should be the next person
People
in line.
comes out of the queue and goes in.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will go on ahead, or you might just be like, I'm here now, I'm next, go.
Yeah,
But the amount of people that think it's a free-for-all.
and it's not.
Yeah, that annoys
It's
me.
not.
A lot of people just saying kind of similar things, like if it's for somebody who's autistic or has a learning disability, or there's a need there, whatever, that's fine.
That's different.
Yeah, it totally is. The last message is from Jane, who messages in a lot.
Oh, what's up, Jane?
Jane, I'm a little bit disappointed in Jane. Has wrote, when Ed Sheeran played Boucher Road, I had my 14-year-old son and I sailed past everyone letting on I was going to Smith's Toy Superstore.
Jane! You crafty little thing. Oh my
Fair
god.
enough. If you've got the balls to do it, do it.
Someone will be on holiday and they'll be like, this girl from Belfast skipped us. There'll be some German couple.
Yeah, they're all in Germany being like, well, see the people in Northern Ireland.
Yeah, they don't know how to queue. Oh my god. I'm going to give it, okay, final answer, 100% pass. I think breaking queuing etiquette is a really awful thing. Oh, do you know there's a mace near my old house, right? That just made me think of this. There's a mace near my old house, and see, during COVID, they had they had, like, you know those wee yellow wet floor signs, but they printed out a piece of paper and stuck it in the front to tell people where to queue.
Oh, yes.
So
yeah.
one queue here, one queue there. But it really cracked me up because on one of them it said CUE here, like queue, like a pool queue. And on the other one it said
What?
QUE here, which is obviously K in Spanish. So it was like K here, Q here, but neither of them
Were spelt right.
Were spelt right. And Q's a funny word, isn't it? But every time I think of Q and I think of that shop.
It is so funny, the word queue, because, I mean, there is 4 unnecessary letters behind it.
It is weird, isn't
You
it?
could literally spell it with 1 letter, but they decide to
But
put
they could
4 silent letters.
Kiwooey. Kiwooey. Why do they do that?
Just have it as a Q, like literally the letter.
Yeah.
It's literally pronounced exactly the same.
But we do that though.
Q or Q.
We really add unnecessary letters
We do.
to a lot of things.
True.
Ibble dibble.
You're talking about your name, aren't you?
What?
You're talking about your name, all the unnecessary letters that people put in your name.
Oh my god, it drives me crazy. Drives me so crazy. I hate it. It was so funny on holidays when we turned up and Emer and Sam, and everyone always thinks I'm Sam and you're Emer.
Twice.
Just think I'm Sam, the boy, and you're
So when
Emer.
we were getting on the plane,
Oh my god.
she took, the girl at the counter took your boarding pass and your passport.
Mm-hmm.
And she scanned the boarding pass, but then looked at the passport, which obviously you look a lot more feminine in the passport.
Because it was like
You'd long hair.
8 years ago, I had long hair,
And
I
she
was
went,
thinner.
Oh, you've given me the wrong. And then she went, oh no. And then we were like, what? Because we didn't obviously realise what she was saying. And she was like, nothing. And she was trying to get mine off me. And we were like, what's wrong? And she was like, nothing. And then she scanned mine. And we were like walking on and we were like, oh, she thought you'd given her my passport.
And we were like, oh, she was obviously covering up then because, you know, she was just a mistake.
Yeah.
But then on the way back, we went to passport control.
Here in
In
Belfast.
Belfast, we went to passport control. It was like 2 o'clock in the
No,
morning.
hang on. This is what he did, right? Say these are the two passports. He's like this here. And then he went, take off your hat to me, and I took off my hat, and then he still went.
It's like he was shuffling a deck of
He
cards.
was shuffling the pages.
He was
He
shuffling.
was trying to figure out
There
which
was only
one
two
was
of
me.
us. There was only two passports.
So I just thought he was taking looks, and then he finally went, who's he?
And we were both sitting there, and I was like, that's me.
And you know all she had on her was headphones,
And-
which obviously do not change how you look at all. And he went, can you take your headphones off? And she went, I see it now.
I see it now. And I said, oh yeah, my hair's different. And he says, no, just the headphones confused me. And I was like,
But he was
"The
again trying to
headphones."
cover up.
Yeah, but it was the way he just looked, and he had been looking for ages, and he just says, who is Emer? And I was like,
She went,
who is Emer? Who would I say? That's a very existential question, but he was
Who is Emer?
he was so confused.
But then also he then started going, I have to do it right and all. And we were like, it's okay, like it's fine.
As the years go on, the more confused people get by my passport.
Yeah.
And the more haircuts I
As
get.
soon as you get a new picture with shorter hair, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I can't wait, but
Because I think you don't have your glasses on in it either, do you?
no, because you had to take your glasses
There's
off.
this flash.
So, but I mean, it's the same face. I mean, it's the same
Can we
person.
upload the picture?
We'll put my passport picture up here so you can see how different I look in my passport. I look very vacant in it. And I've got long, straight hair, and I
Yeah.
do look pretty. I do look pretty.
Yeah, you do
I look
pretty.
pretty different, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, what was our results?
What would be your guess on that?
I would say 90% pass.
81%, 19% people think it's class.
They're skippers.
It's the Germans.
That's the German contingent who listen to this
Yeah.
podcast. That is. I'm surprised by that. I thought it would be higher.
Yeah, I thought pass would be a lot much higher. But again, maybe because I haven't specified in it, people have been like, sometimes it's okay.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Or maybe when people don't have to answer to somebody and you can just vote, you can be like, it's class. Like, if I can get away with it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Sam,
mean?
you've definitely skipped the queue.
Well, we skipped the queue in Yanis's restaurant, didn't we?
Oh my God, so we did. We're part of the problem.
We're German. We didn't know it. And we also technically kind of skipped the queue in the Lemurs because we went backwards in the queue, but I still was kind of then skipping people who hadn't been.
So you've
That'd
done
be
it.
like moving backwards in a queue though, but then getting in.
Yeah.
You know, but.
Oh my God, I skipped and I didn't even know.
Uh-huh.
Well, that was different. We were special guests of Yanis's.
Yeah.
So we weren't skipping.
Yeah.
We were
Guests.
guests. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were accepting his offer
Yeah.
of friendship.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Connor, what would you give it?
It depends because I like to skip the queue at a bar if I can get away with it.
True.
I hate
No, I
people who
wouldn't do
skip
that,
queues at bar.
actually.
Do you know what? It's because he's bigger than us. It's so annoying.
Use your elbows. do
I
ya?
be standing at a bar, and obviously all 5'6.5" of me. I'm fine if it's just girls. See, as soon as a big boy comes along,
Yeah.
I'm like, and they shoulder you out of the way and all, and you feel so insignificant.
And
I
I
hate
would be
that.
I
quite.
don't do that. Now I wait for a nice wee gap and I just slap onto it.
Yeah, I can do that.
What wee gap are you fitting into?
Uses his elbows like the
That's the last
Germans.
stage are coming on here.
Well, I would be very aware in a bar. Like if I'm at the counter and there's somebody been here that's waiting, and they say to me, "What do you want?" I'll always go, "They were first,"
I do.
because
I
I
do
would be
that
too
as well.
embarrassed just to give my order over.
Well, I think it's more. I wouldn't be embarrassed, but it's just the right thing to do. I would
Yeah.
feel bad.
Yeah.
I'd feel like a bad person.
Yeah, Connor, you must be a bad
But if
person.
the bar's quiet and there's no need to do it, I'll say, "Oh, you were here first." But if the bar's rammed and it's just a complete
Free
Yeah.
for all.
free for all,
Yeah.
then I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna be first in the free for all."
Fair enough.
First in a free for all. That's what we'll call this
A
episode.
flea for all.
A flea for all.
Flea for all.
Flea for all. Thank you for joining us for this episode. We're enjoying these, aren't we? We're enjoying being back.
John being back.
We're having fun.
Do you know what? It's kind of nice coming in, and obviously Connor did a lot of set. Connor's been bringing us drinks. Connor's been like, "What do you want from the fridge?" I'll go
Connor's
get
been
the
bringing
drinks.
us drinks. He brought me to the toilet earlier. He brought Dougal to the toilet. It's your turn next.
You can bring me the toilet.
Yeah.
Do you want to put my lead on?
we we had a nice lunch together before we started.
Yeah, we're gonna have an Indian tonight.
We're gonna have an Indian tonight, and after that, we're gonna get something to eat. And then
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew.
but and then we're gonna head up to Belfast.
We're gonna drive home. I forgot about that.
To drive home. It's the only downside of recording here.
Yeah. So it would need to be really cheap if we were to come
It would
here.
need to be basically free, I think.
Yeah.
You know, if we were going to continue.
Or they would need to
Recording.
like give us some kind of accommodation and dinner and all. Sorts.
Absolutely, or they'd need.
Janice.
Maybe they could.
Yanis would have, if this was Yanis's studio.
You can go up and stay in Janice's.
If this was Yanis's, there'd be a pizza here for us.
Yeah.
There'd be iced coffee.
And there'd be chocolates and extra towels.
Absolutely. And there'd be stuff in the fridge.
There would be.
There would be.
I miss Yanis.
I miss Yanis too. Will we go back and see him?
Do you want to come with us?
I'm sorry, can you hear Dougal snoring? Dougal's dreaming. I take a wee video.
I think I will add this on.
He is the cutest. Can you hear him, Connor?
Turn that mic over there a wee bit.
He is the sweetest, cutest thing that has ever existed.
And this is my bare feet. This is our table.
Like he is just lying there dreaming about me and him running through the fields, having a ball. And on that wonderful note, why am I not on a screen?
Sorry, auto turned off.
And on that wonderful note, we will say
Au revoir. What's
Au
goodbye in
revoir.
German? Get out my way.
Are you in this queue? We will say good night to you all.
Auf Wiedersehen. Is that not it?
Auf Wiedersehen, adieu, 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 to you, and you, goodbye.
This has been Class or Pass.
Goodbye.
Then you turn the cameras off.
Goodbye. Is that Austrian? Because it's in
Austrian
School
speak
of
German?
House? No. School of Rock? No, what do you call it? Sound of Music.